What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Friday, December 21st. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay, let's take a look at the point guard position. I like Kyrie Irving from the Boston Celtics playing the Milwaukee Bucks, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall and are also middle-of-the-pack defending opposing fantasy point guards. Kyrie Irving has scored 62, 48, and 46 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 43.2 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 32 minutes per game with a 30% usage rate. Kyrie Irving is $8,700 DraftKings salary. He's $700 more on FanDuel. I really like that DraftKings price. Projected at 46.2 fantasy points here tonight. That's over 5 times value. This is a home game for Kyrie Irving. It's a fast-paced game. You know Giannis and the Bucks are going to keep it competitive. No blowout here. I love Kyrie Irving versus Giannis and the Bucks. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the position optimizer where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new player trends tool where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. And then you can see the top point production, who scored the most fantasy points in the last 3 games, minute monsters, see who played the most minutes in the last 3 games, and the recent performance, so you can see who's overperforming and maybe due to crash, and you can see who's underperforming and maybe due to smash. Okay, let's take a look at the shooting guard position. I like Andrew Wiggins from the Minnesota Timberwolves playing the San Antonio Spurs, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they give up the 7th most fantasy points to opposing shooting guards. Andrew Wiggins has scored 33, 28, and 27 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 28.4 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 33 minutes per game with a 23% usage rate. Andrew Wiggins is $5,800 DraftKings salary. He's $400 more on FanDuel, projected at 28.8 fantasy points here tonight. That's right around 5 times value. Andrew Wiggins has been playing pretty well the last 5 games, averaging 27 to 33 points, pretty consistent. He's got a decent track record versus San Antonio, 3 of the last 5 games over 34 fantasy points. I like Andrew Wiggins here versus San Antonio Spurs. Okay, let's see who we have at the small forward position. I like LeBron James for the LA Lakers playing the New Orleans Pelicans, who are the 6th worst defense overall and give up the 2nd most fantasy points to opposing small forwards. LeBron James has scored 68, 25, and 60 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 52.5 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 35 minutes per game with a 32% usage rate. LeBron James is $10,900 DraftKings salary. He's $300 more on FanDuel, projected at 52.3 fantasy points here tonight. That's almost 5 times value. He's going to need about 55 fantasy points to hit 5 times value. This is a home game for LeBron James, a fast-paced game versus the New Orleans Pelicans, who have a terrible defense. LeBron James should be able to take advantage. In 2 of the last 3 games versus the Pelicans, LeBron James has scored 58 and 63 fantasy points. I'm expecting another big outing tonight. I love LeBron James versus a weak New Orleans Pelicans defense. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at the power forward position. I like Noah Vonleh from the New York Knicks playing the Atlanta Hawks, who have the absolute worst defense overall and give up the 2nd most fantasy points to opposing power forwards. Noah Vonleh has scored 30, 12, and 29 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 25.1 fantasy points per game on the season, in an average of 26 minutes per game with a 13% usage rate. Noah Vonleh is $5,600 DraftKings salary. He's $500 more on FanDuel, projected at 26.5 fantasy points here tonight. He's going to need about 28 fantasy points to hit 5 times value. He's got over 30 fantasy points versus the Atlanta Hawks in 2 of the last 3 games. Noah Vonleh has 40-point upside. There's a 230-point implied total in this game. Plenty of points to go around. I like Noah Vonleh here versus a really bad Atlanta Hawks defense. Okay, moving on to the center position. I like John Collins from the Atlanta Hawks playing the New York Knicks, who have the 2nd worst defense overall and give up the absolute most fantasy points to opposing centers. John Collins has scored 41, 43, and 31 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 35.2 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 29 minutes per game with a 25% usage rate. John Collins is $7,800 DraftKings salary, $600 more on FanDuel, projected at 32.1 fantasy points here tonight. He's going to need about 38 fantasy points to hit 5 times value. The matchup couldn't get much better. I love John Collins here versus the New York Knicks. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.